listener production.
Hi, Sacha, Barbour, Gatt with you. Welcome to The Briefing. Today, we're bringing you everything you need to know about the horrific terror shooting that unfolded overnight at Bondi Beach in a special extended headlines episode of The Briefing. Joining me is Spyrou. It's Monday, the 15th of December.
My fellow Australians, I say tonight that there are nights that tear at our nation's soul. In this moment of darkness, we must be each other's light. Hold on to the true character of the country that we love. Australia is stronger than the cowards who attacked innocent people today. Australia is braver than those who seek to make us afraid. Australia will never submit to division, violence or hatred. We will see justice done and we will come through this together.
Sydney and Australia are reeling following a terror attack at Bondi Beach, which has targeted the Jewish community. Here are the straight facts as we know them right now. At around 6:45 last night, at least 2 gunmen opened fire on a family event that was celebrating the first night of Hanukkah.
Hanukkah is a celebration of light over darkness, and we were celebrating that, and then darkness hit.
The pair fired at people for around 10 minutes, with 16 people so far confirmed dead and dozens more injured and taken to hospital. A child has been confirmed among those killed. We know one of the gunmen has also been killed. The other is under police guard in hospital. His condition is listed as serious, and this attack is Australia's worst mass shooting since Port Arthur in 1996.
Now, there is so much to this story, and we're going to step you through everything else that's come out overnight. And we'll start with the absolutely harrowing stories of survival that are being told, with witnesses describing the utter terror that gripped the area as shots started to ring out.
We just didn't know. And we were just running, and I was thinking, we thought we were going to hide.
Saw a few bodies laying on the ground, and it's just not what you want to see in Australia. It was weird. It felt like it was just fireworks going off, but then when everyone was running, I could hear it for a good 5 to 10 minutes, just people running, screaming, and it was something like I was having a bad dream or something. It just didn't seem right.
And they were crying, and I was so scared.
Here at The Briefing, we spoke with TV and radio personality Danny Clayton, who lives in Bondi, and he was there just as everything started unfolding. Here's how he described it to us.
There was immediate chaos. People on the beach started running away from their belongings and hiding behind any object that they could find, be it a rescue board or even a lifeguard vehicle. And it was just pandemonium. As you know, you can probably imagine, Sunday at Bondi is a really, really crowded and populated time, and people just wanted to escape and hide and run, and it was an absolute sight. And then there were people who were being treated, multiple CPR attempts. There was just a lot of running, a lot of families, a lot of young children, and I could see mothers and fathers picking up kids and just running, and a lot of yelling, and just a very chaotic scene.
So the next question is, what do we know about the victims? At a press conference last night, New South Wales Police Commissioner Mal Lanyon was very cagey about the ages and the identities of those who have tragically lost their lives and been injured. However, he did confirm a child was among those who had been rushed to hospital. He also confirmed 2 police officers were injured in the shooting, but didn't give any further details.
I wouldn't want to provide those details at the moment. We've obviously got next of kin coming down. Their loved ones will be with them. I want to make sure that they have some time in peace before we do. It's too early to provide that information.
But the family of Rabbi Eli Schlanger have named him as one of the people murdered in last night's attack. His first cousin posted the news online saying he was a, quote, incredible guy. Rabbi Schlanger was one of the organisers of the Hanukkah by the Sea, and he leaves behind a wife and young children. We will start getting details of the people who have lost their lives throughout the day, but police have acknowledged it's been hard to keep track of people who have needed treatment as they've been transported to hospitals right across Sydney.
As you can imagine, there has been a fair dislocation. The ambulance service responded brilliantly. They've had to convey people right around the city to numerous hospitals, so at this stage we don't have those details.
There are reports, Sash, that the age range of the victims spanned from children through to the elderly.
Yeah, well, it was a family event, right? This Hanukkah by the Sea event. So it's not surprising that the age range is so broad. The next question I'm sure people have is, what do we know about the gunman and what has the police response been so far? So as we mentioned at the top, at least 2 people carried out this attack, and the footage has been splashed all over social media and the TV news. You would have seen it, and if you haven't yet, you will today. Now, what we're seeing in this footage is this pair set up on a pedestrian bridge, and you can see that they've got high-powered assault rifles, and they're taking aim at people at a place called Archer Park, which sits at the north end of Bondi Beach.
Now, we've had it confirmed that one of the shooters is dead, the other has been arrested, and there's also footage circulating of him being restrained by police and a member of the public running up to kick him. A senior law enforcement officer has identified one of the shooters to the media. Now, it's important to note that his name has not been formally confirmed by officials, but we're told he is 24-year-old Naveed Akram.
A home in Bonnyrigg in Sydney's southwest, which is believed to be Akram's, was raided by police last night, and a man and woman were arrested, according to reports. And this morning, police have also raided a home in Campsie, which is also in the southwestern suburbs. It is believed one of the gunmen as well was known to police and to ASIO.
Like the New South Wales Police, one of these individuals was known to us, but not in an immediate threat perspective. So obviously we need to look into what happened here.
That was the head of ASIO, Mike Burgess, speaking last night. We don't have any further details on either of those raids at this stage, Chris, but New South Wales Police have told us they will be providing an update at a press conference this morning when I'm sure we'll get more details about who is actually being looked at as part of the investigation.
Yeah, and one of those things is, the phrase that we've been throwing around this morning, at least 2 gunmen. Now, we're using the word at least because that's a line the police have taken with some concern that a third person may have been involved here. At last night's press conference, police were once again quite cagey, but confirmed that a thorough investigation was underway and they'd leave no stone unturned.
As a result of the circumstances of the incident tonight, at 9:36 p.m. this evening, I declared this to be a terrorist incident. I have also authorised special powers to ensure that if there is a third offender, and we are currently investigating that at the moment, we will make sure that we prevent any further activity.
It's also been confirmed that an explosive device was found in a car nearby with bomb disposal units sent to the scene.
And of course, Bondi Beach is an active crime scene this morning. It is closed. It will likely be for some time. I can't see it reopening to the public anytime soon. And this is a place, like seeing the footage this morning, this is a place that is usually just bustling with people. They're walking, they're running, they're hitting the surf, they're swimming, they're socialising, they're walking their dogs. And to see it in that state this morning, it is tragic, to put it lightly, and it is really a hard day to be a Sydney-sider, Chris.
Yeah, and I mean, especially yesterday with the heat, it was such a warm day. It was a perfect day to head down to Bondi Beach. Bondi Beach is packed on the best of days.
Yeah.
Yesterday more so, and some of the footage watching, the surfers kick into gear, putting people on their boards and rushing them up to ambos is something that in some ways fills your hearts, but it's terrifying and awful footage to be seeing and to be talking about this morning. Now, look, New South Wales Premier Chris Minns spoke last night to confirm the target of this attack was Sydney's Jewish community.
Our heart bleeds for Australia's Jewish community tonight. I can only imagine the pain that they're feeling right now to see their loved ones killed as they celebrate this ancient holiday. It's a responsibility of all Australians to wrap their arms around Australia's Jewish community and help them get through this incredibly difficult period.
And we also heard from Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister. He also had similar things to say.
This is a targeted attack on Jewish Australians on the first day of Hanukkah, which should be a day of joy, a celebration of faith, an act of evil anti-Semitism, terrorism, that has struck the heart of our nation. An attack on Jewish Australians is an attack on every Australian, and every Australian tonight will be like me devastated on this attack on our way of life. There is no place for this hate, violence and terrorism in our nation. Let me be clear, we will eradicate it.
He also spoke about some of the incredible acts of bravery by bystanders as this horrific event was unfolding.
We have seen Australians today run towards danger in order to help others. These Australians are heroes, and their bravery has saved lives.
And of course, one that's going viral at the moment is footage of a man sneaking up on one of the shooters and tackling him from behind, taking his gun.
Oh! Give applaud to the old man. He tackled that gun. He tackled that shooter. He deserves all the praise in the world because it's very brave to do what he did, put his body on the line to save more people from getting killed.
And that man's been identified as 43-year-old father of two and fruit shop owner from Sutherland in Sydney's South, Ahmed El Ahmed.
Yeah, and that's what, will shine through hopefully in the coming days is like you said, the people at Bondi who, sprung into action to help people that they didn't know. And also this incredible gentleman. I've seen the footage. It takes your breath away. It's incredible, his bravery. There are reports he was injured as well, but we're yet to see his condition. Hopefully he's okay. And we've heard from a number of groups who have come out to very swiftly and obviously condemn this attack at Bondi, among them the Executive Council of Australian Jewry. We've also heard from the Australian National Imams Council, and there have been calls for calm and unity as we, as not only Sydney siders, Chris, you and I, but a national community. This is going to affect everyone right across Australia. Calls for unity and for everyone to remain calm as we look to heal from this horrific event.
Could I ask, but this is a time of calm. This is a time where I want to make sure that there is no retribution. The police are investigating thoroughly. We have acted promptly. We have taken decisive action.
So what happens now? We know that the investigation is in its very early stages, but the Prime Minister convened the National Security Committee last night. That's something that isn't normally made public. And with the designation of this event as a terror attack, we know that every level of law enforcement will be brought in to bring anyone else responsible or involved to justice. Police have also put out a request for anyone with footage of the attack to contact them as they look to piece together exactly what happened.
Yeah, and if you have been directly impacted or you know someone who has been, the Public Information and Inquiry Centre has been activated by New South Wales Police to support the multi-agency response to the incident, and you can contact that centre by calling 1800 227 228. We'll pop that number in the show notes as well. The Red Cross too has activated its Register Find Unite service, which is designed to help people confirm the safety of their loved ones or confirm to their loved ones that they are safe. And you can access that site at register.redcross.org.au. Look, Chris, you and I have shared some of our reflections already this morning, and I would just like to echo the sentiments from, law enforcement, from the Prime Minister, from Premier Chris Minns, is that we need to unite at a time like this. People will be hurting. The Jewish community will be hurting, as is completely, understandable when something like this happens, when an event, I said to my husband last night, the thing that upsets me the most about this is we live in a country where people should be able to practice their religion safely and they shouldn't fear that. So my heart goes out to everyone who was affected last night, and I hope we can heal and we can come forward and we can come together.
And I think the thing for us, you did mention that this is going to touch a lot of Australians, but as Sydney-siders, this is so reminiscent of so many events that we've seen over the last few years. We've had the Bondi Junction stabbings, a totally different event. We've had the Lint Cafe siege. As Sydney-siders, we've been through this. We've been through this time and time again. And every time we kind of go, okay, that was the last one. That was a little blip on the radar. Unfortunately, we look at what's unfolded here on such a massive, massive spiritual occasion for these people. Like, this is the beginning of Hanukkah. This is huge for the Jewish community. It's hard to then turn around to people and say, well, this isn't going to happen again. This is a one-off. So, yeah, it's sad to see, and I'm with you. And to anyone listening who's affected by this, all those resources will be in the show notes. Definitely check them out if you are impacted in any way by this.
And Lifeline as well, 13 11 14. You can call them at any time and they're there for you 24/7. Well, thank you so much, Chris, and thank you for joining us today. That is where we will leave you. I'm Sacha Barbour Gatt.
I'm Chris Spyrou.
Take care.